Hi, I'm Annika Johnson from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Door County Girl. Today I am here with Al, and I want to say Gianmago, but I'm murdering his last name.
It's DeGenova.
DeGenova, and we're at Right On Door County today, and he's going to give me a little tour of the new building, and we're going to take a little walk out on the trail, right?
Right.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to follow you because you're going to give me a little history of the building. We need to know what is Right On, who is Right On, and as we walk, you can tell me all kinds of good stuff.
Okay. Well, we're starting right here in the atrium of our writing center. This building was built 3 years ago now. So we started 10 years ago. Right On started across the street, in the house across the street, and then 3 years ago we built this building. This is our writing center, and across the street is our author residence. So we have a residence program there. And outside the building, of course, we have 59 acres of trails, and that's all part of our campus and our whole writing mission. And our mission, the whole idea of Right On is to inspire and engage readers and writers of all ages at all stages, and that's our core tenet of what we're trying to do here. And we run classes, workshops. We have events like the Washington Island Lit Fest, and then we also have a summer camp for kids, which is called Kids Wow. And we do author readings with the authors that are in residence across the street. Will also come here into the atrium, sit by the fire, and have conversations with the author, or they may do short readings. So it's a whole variety of things based around writing and reading.
Okay, yes, beautiful in here. When you walk in the door, super quiet, super warm and inviting. I mean, it looks like this is where I want to live. Yes, yeah.
It feels like a library, but it's not. And then, there's some days when, there's a lot of activity going on, and other days where it's very...
It would feel like a library to me, but then there's the kitchen. So like the kitchen's here, this is the living room, and then your master bedroom is your writer's workshop back there.
You could think of it that way. Yeah, here the kitchen, we have a full kitchen, but we don't really do catering. But when we have readings and such, we'll have refreshments, and we almost always have coffee for our visitors.
Sure, you got to have fika. Fika's a little time you got to have.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do people come just for the writing? I just throwing this in there because it's weird. Can people rent this space? Or something?
Here and there, people have asked to do that, and we've on occasion done that. We don't have it set up as a rental, but we do collaborate with other organizations. So some of the organizations, other nonprofits around the county, when they've needed a space to meet.
Right, like maybe a little get together
outside,
we would let okay, well that's
here.
Good to know, because it's good money for you to raise.
Yeah, and of course, because we're a nonprofit, donations are hard. That's how we keep going.
That would be excellent.
With our donors. So, when somebody uses the space, they'll usually give us some sort of donation.
Sure, perfect.
Yeah.
You got to charge them.
Yeah. Then that's a whole other business.
All right. Well, I'm going to follow you, and you're going to just give me a nice tour of this place, and we'll hit the outdoors.
Yeah. Well, this is our atrium area where. It's not uncommon, especially in the warmer months and in the tourist season, to have people sitting out here and either reading or chatting. And we keep our doors open for anybody who wants to do something like that. Mm-hmm. Now we're walking into our classroom, and this is where we do almost all of our classes and workshops. Though we use different venues around the county, and we do with our author in residence program. We also, we'll put some of the authors in schools to do programs, and sometimes we'll do readings at different venues, depending on how much space we need.
Okay.
But in general, this is our classroom, and it's designed so that we can configure it in different ways. So we have a program that's called Memoir Mondays, which is at different venues around the county, and it's usually we'll break out and make it into smaller tables because it's usually Memoir Mondays is designed for older people, and then when we have kids in here from one of the schools in the area, then we might set it up a little differently, all depending on what the situation is.
Well, I have a question. When they have Memoir Mondays or you have a session, do you have to sign up for these things in advance, or do you just show up on Monday?
Most things you have to register for, but there's a lot of things that are just drop-in. So if we do a conversation with the authors, those are usually drop-ins.
So how would someone find out about that? Like
well,
if
they
you
just go to our website.
So go to your website.
And it's right on doorcounty.org, and
it gives you like a calendar of events.
We have a couple different ways to look at the events. There's a calendar, then there's listings, and then there are also listings by category, if it's for youth or if it's for adults or whatever you're interested in.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So
okay.
We also, this space is also used by, we have a number of book clubs we have a book club membership, so people can come with their book clubs once a month and they meet and talk about books, and then we have writers critique groups that come in, so it's not programs that we run, but we let people use our space.
That's excellent.
And this is also our library.
Yeah, you've got a lot of good books in here, I've just noticed.
Most of the books here, these are either Wisconsin-based authors or Wisconsin-centric topics, or they're also collections of books from our authors in residence. So the authors who have either presented for us or who have stayed in our house across the street, they'll donate their books as well. And then there's different books on craft.
You don't just take books. People can't just come here and dump books off on you.
We do curate it.
Somebody might just leave loads of books on the doorstep.
That has happened.
Yes.
But we do try to curate it. So we do have shelves with reference books on writing craft and stuff like that. So
if somebody wanted to give you a book, they would contact you first and say, would you be interested in this book? It's really neat. It's about Wisconsin.
Usually. Or when somebody comes with a box, we may donate what we don't keep to the library.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we don't throw anything away, especially not a book. We can take a look in here.
Oh yeah, this is a
our
nice little
sun
room.
Porch.
Oh yeah.
And the sun porch is actually one of the favorite spots for writers to come with their laptops.
Yes, I want one.
So people,
this is beautiful.
It's not unusual to find people sitting out here with their laptops and working.
Oh, sure.
Because they can close the doors, or it's also just a beautiful place to sit.
It is, and I see you have a Judy Ekholm painting. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I recognize her stuff. That's going to be on my bucket list one day. Okay, well, let's go this way, and you can show me the rest. I love. It's quiet in here, even though it's so windy outside.
Right.
You can't hear anything.
Well, it's a fairly modern building. It's only 3 years old.
Very insulated, very nice.
The architects were Kubala Washatko, and they designed the building with the concept of bringing the inside or the outside nature inside, so you could sit here and still enjoy nature.
That's a great concept, especially here in Door County. All right, beautiful. So if somebody wanted to read these books, can they check them out, or do they have to come here and read?
They have to come here and read, and we don't lend the books. We let the authors who are in residence, they can borrow it and bring them back.
Sure, but that would give us a good reason to say, well, I'm reading this book, I'm going to put it back, and I'm coming back next week, and I'm going to finish that book.
Yeah.
Okay.
People have done that.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do.
Or they browse and they get ideas.
And there's Norbert. I just said I took a picture of this, and that is so classic him.
Yeah.
I know I always wondered, would he love this, or would he think, wow, this is too fancy for me? But I mean,
we both knew Norb pretty well, and I think you could never get a full endorsement. He would find something. But I think he would love the whole idea.
He's so funny at about this time of year when he was at his house. We called him Scrooge because he never decorated for Christmas, so we'd sneak up and decorate the tree outside in his yard so it would turn on, and he's like, hey!
Well, I think he would enjoy this, what we do here, because he was a consummate teacher.
Sure, oh my God, he would love to be a part of this,
And as you know, you were there. His family donated his writing coop, so we have the coop on our property as well.
Yeah, you had a big, when you first moved the coop, and you spoke, you said, you read some poetry, and then they had the coop there. We got to take a tour through the coop, and they had a little walk-around area over there for the kids to look up and write things down and get kids interested in writing at that even little event. And then we got to go in the house, and there were some certain little relics that he had in his chicken coop, and I got to pick out like a little angel.
Great.
And looked just like him, but it was an angel. So I'm like wondering, that's kind of weird.
Well, if you ever saw his paintings, he had a lot of paintings that had angels and priests and a lot of religious.
Oh yeah, he had a lot of religious. Yes,
Yeah,
because every time he would come home, he'd say, "How do you like this?" And then he'd have like a little something in his pocket, or glass birds. He's given me a couple glass birds, those beautiful blown. Well, we're gonna go outside and check out your trail.
Yeah.
Do you need a hat, Al?
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm all bundled up, and you're like, it's summer.
Yeah, this is our. Well, we have 59 acres of property.
Wow, 59 acres?
Thanks to some, very generous donors that helped us build this out, and we're calling it our Writer's Walk. So we have the trails are groomed, and it starts out here with our patio, and we have a fire pit. And we've done readings out here, and some classes will meet out here.
The council fire, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow you.
So the trails are groomed, and it's when you take the trails on both sides of the road, it's 1.5 miles. So it's a nice hike, but it's not a super strenuous hike.
No,
so
I can see somebody had some pets coming through. My dog would love this.
Yeah, very regularly.
Chasing rabbits.
People walk their dogs through here.
That's smart.
And the idea is, to enjoy nature, but also we have these benches. And of course, this one's covered with snow today with our fresh snow. But these benches were donations from different people.
Oh, look at it. It's got a little
and donors were able to pick a word, like a key prompt or thought. And this one is family. And you can see there's a small bird on that in the etching. And then whoever the donor was, their name is on the side.
Oh.
And this one was from the Palmer Foundation, which is a family foundation. This kind of ends the Writer's Walk here. And this is the trails, depending on which loops you take, can go 1 mile north of Judville Road, and then there's another 1/2 mile south of Judville Road.
Do you guys plan on making more trails in here with the other 59 acres, or do you just like it how it is?
Right now, the way it is, we like. What we've done is we have a new connector, which is our council ring.
Okay.
And it has the structure there is kind of an homage to the original farmhouse that was on the property.
Oh.
So now
Did they tear the farmhouse down that was here to build this?
Yes. Yeah.
It probably was real old, wasn't it?
And the original chimney still stands. So right next to that is the
That's over there on the structure?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it looks like a house.
Okay.
And that actually connects our trails from the north side of Judville Road to the south side.
Oh,
and then it brings you right, past the writing center here. Yeah. This is our outdoor patio.
Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful building. I'm just in awe. And who did you see the architects were again?
It's Kubala Washotko.
Kubala?
Kubala Washotko.
Washotko.
They're in Mequon.
In Mequon, Wisconsin there?
Right.
Okay. All right. Anything you'd like to tell us about Write On Door County? Do you have to be a professional writer to come here?
No, not at all.
Or can you just
anybody
have a dream to say, I just want to learn a little bit about writing and I want to come and check it out?
And I think it's there's a lot of people who love to read books.
Yes.
And then there's this urge to tell your story, and when I teach, it's the same thing. Everybody says, well, I can't write, when you get beginners, but anybody can tell a story.
Right.
And
it's hard to get it down on paper
sometimes. And that's the
challenge
is just to get because a blank piece of paper can be
Yes.
very intimidating. But once you just write down, if you forget about grammar and just write down your story, that's how you start.
And
it's-
then you can fine tune all that
right,
later.
Yeah. And everybody has it in them to tell their story.
Well, I have one fast question. Where did you come from and how did you get here?
Well, I've been a writer my whole career doing different things, but my creative writing is poetry.
Okay.
And my family, we would come up to Door County every year, and then I met Norb Blei and started taking his class. And that was really he was a major mentor for me. So as I got to know him, and then I got to know other writers and poets in the county, and then we decided to buy a place up here, and I did different things for Right On. I taught some classes. I actually stayed in our residence a couple times. And then I found out just over a year ago that they were looking for an executive director. So I applied.
You got the job!
And I got the job. I have a long
Yeah.
background in the corporate world, so I understand business and marketing. And
Oh, that's
so
excellent. Did you ever think you would ever be the executive director to Right On?
No, I didn't. And
Do you love it?
I love it. I do. I really do. It's, it's what's so nice is just to be, around people who have the same passions.
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time. Reading and writing.
You've got your
and-
posse all around you. Yeah.
All the time.
Living the dream.
Yeah. So, and I don't have to be embarrassed to say I'm a poet.
No, I know. See, what you just told me all now, where everybody has a story, there, I would have written it down, and we could have fine-tuned that into a little story.
Yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
Well, this is Right On Door County, everyone. You should come check it out, even if you're not a writer and you just want to see how beautiful it is here. It is gorgeous.
Come by for a walk.
Peaceful, very peaceful, or come and read a book every now and then and say hi to everyone and meet Al.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of the page, and you can check out more Door County Girl videos and meet great people like Al. He's my new friend now, so now I can say I have another friend in Door County. So bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.